hoping to get accomplished? What was the plan going in, and how you think it went?
Some technique and fundamentals, and finally some decisions and actions. So get to line up against each other and play some football. So it was good to compete a little bit, get on the grass, go offense versus defense, special teams. But I liked their tempo today. I liked how we worked.
When you got a guy like Pascal, is he somebody that when you sign him, you're saying, I know I've got a role for him already, or is that kind of a wait and see for you?
Yeah, we got a role for everybody. And when we signed him, we got a legitimate role for him. And just like we talked about, roles can change. And I think, but what Zach brings to the table from a football character standpoint and a receiver and special teams standpoint, he's a great addition for us. I'm glad he's here.
How far along are you on installs? I'm sorry, Danny.
I think pretty close to being done right now. Yeah, we give them a lot, and there's a natural teaching progression to all of that. And we like to hit it 2, 3, 4 times before we got to line up and play week 1. But we've given them a lot, and we got some things to clean up from being out there. So, but that'll be good because your greatest form of learning is from mistakes. So I'm excited that we do have a lot in, and we just got to coach up the details.
For the offensive line, a lot of the players have versatility. How much of the decision for where the players are practicing right now comes from where you want to see them, and how much comes from not having the veterans here?
Wow, Danny. That was an aggressive question. Yeah, we like versatility, and we're kind of right now the process of feeling, this guy can play right, left, inside, outside. I do see the value in mixing and matching the different lines. You guys probably saw that today, where the line wasn't the same with all the periods, but because they got to learn to communicate and to play with other guys next to them. But I think that's a little bit of a process that we're still going through, and we'll continue to go through that until, all the way up until training camp. But like the versatility and like how those guys are working and like how they're fitting in.
What kind of receiver is Pascal?
Smart, tough, reliable, always in the right place, wins contested catches, does some dirty work with blocking. He's a bigger guy, so he can stalemate or win blocks with some safeties and linebackers, and for sure corners. So special teams, he can play all core 4. He's a great addition for us.
Do you have a personal philosophy on size of receiver and having bigger guys or smaller guys, or does it not matter?
Yeah, I mean, get open and catch the ball.
Speaking of catching the ball, Hop isn't here, obviously, and he said on a podcast he's still engaging with teammates and trying to build chemistry. I don't know how you do that when you're not here, but says he is. What's he missing by not being here in terms of picking up the system, play calls, the language?
Yeah, I'm not worried about Hop. He's played a long time, and he's extremely intelligent. And I think he'll fit right in when he decides to come. But again, it's voluntary, so that's his decision, and we're behind it.
Have you ever told you point blank that he wants to be here long term?
We've had good conversations. I'll keep those between us, but I like Hop.
What does having Kyler out there bring to this team?
Yeah, I mean, Kyler's just, obviously he's going through the rehab process, but he wants to be out there. I know that. And, he's fully engaged with everything we're doing. And I saw him making the reads back there behind the offense. So, when the guys see your trigger guy out there, that it matters. So he's done everything and more that we wanted him to do, and excited for him where he's at.
What is your philosophy on mental reps?
On mental reps, you need every all the reps you can get. Mental, physical, walk through, fast, slow. It's a way to learn. You know what I mean? Everyone learns a little bit different. Some guys don't need as many. Some guys need a lot. And we're kind of in the process of figuring that out, what all of our guys need. So I think the main thing is you got to get a little bit better each day with what you're doing mentally. And each guy has a plan for that.
How was this today for you as the head coach with the first OTA? Are you comfortable with that role, what you were doing?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I told the refs, I said, normally I'd be juicing the refs at practice for offensive penalties, but I guess I'm playing both sides now. So, It was fun. It was fun. We had to turn the music up a little bit that last period, so make it a little more game-like. But it was good today.
With Kyler, we know it's almost impossible to really know when he's going to be ready. But how much practice, real practice, do you think he will need when he does get on the field to be ready to play in an NFL game?
Yeah, we'll evaluate that when we get him on the grass. You know what I mean, and see if kind of an organizational decision with Kyler, obviously. Are you ready to mentally and physically play? So, I mean, he's played at a high level a long time, so it's not like he's a rookie, seeing cover 3 for the first time. So, he might be a little quicker than most, but like I said, I feel good about where he's at.
When he was out there, what was it like to see him on the grass, a guy that brings a lot of experience and wealth of knowledge?
Awesome. He's another guy who's played a long time. He's got great command of the huddle. Delivers the ball on time where it should be delivered most of the time, and it was good to see him out there moving around throwing today.
How's the communication with Buddha, and do you expect him to be out here during?
Yeah, I think Buddha will show up when he wants to show up, and he's been awesome. He kind of wears us out a little bit with the tape and different things like that, but he's working. He'll get himself ready to play.
In terms of, we saw a lot of the quarterback under center, is that just part of where you're at install-wise offensively, or is that kind of where the offense starts?
Yeah, I mean, we'll tailor it to who's ever out there. I think that was, I think we went back to day one install, so a lot of the run-based concepts and actions are out of dot, and we talked about that offense can kind of adapt towards different people who's ever playing, and that's hopefully we try to put our guys in the best position possible to win games.
Where do you see Cam Thomas playing? Is he defensive end, outside linebacker?
He's playing outside backer for us right now. Defensive ends and outside linebackers are kind of the same position for us, so like where he's at, he's a big, powerful guy. He really is, and he's doing some good things on the grass with movement skills and different things like that. And like where he's at.
Does he have the right weight for where you want him to play?
We should go check how big he is right now. Yeah, I think he looks like a little bigger. Yeah, he's definitely bigger than the first time I met him. I had him on a top 30 in Philly, but he looks good. He's doing good.
Have you guys discussed who would maybe have the green dot on defense?
Yeah, conversation every day. We'll see. We got a lot of time to figure that out, but ideally, I've done it a bunch of different ways where if you're playing, we play a couple different packages. So sometimes, we'll put the best 11 out there for the different packages. But you'd like to have, the green dot in all the packages. But we've done it in different ways that wasn't the case, and you signal or you have a limited menu with certain packages. But time for us we'll figure that out. That's a good question. We got practice on Tuesday. Wednesday, I think they're running and lifting, meeting, and then we'll practice on Thursday. Off on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Memorial Day. Awesome holiday because we can do what we love to do because other people sacrifice. So we got a lot of guys on our team that came up in service families, and it's important for us.
You talked about watching these guys compete. It was good to see them compete. How valuable is that as an evaluation tool to see how guys respond when they're out there?
Yeah, as we call that, the thick of it. So it's easy in the air conditioning, but when you're in the thick of it, it's 100 degrees. Let's see if we can make the right decisions and do what we're supposed to do. But I think that they see the value in being able to practice versus each other the correct way, because ultimately that helps the team.
Coach, thank you.
All right. You're about to rip it, Bo.
How did they go for you?
Man, it went well. It felt great to get the helmets back on throughout this whole combine and bowl game processes. It was amazing to just be out there and flow with the vets and things like that. So I'm just happy to be back out there on the field.
You feel like you got a very good handle on how things are going so far?
No doubt. I feel like every day since I got the playbook, I've been studying. I've been in my notes. I have countless notes, just trying to learn everything, the schemes and just the game speed of everything, man. So I just kind of been putting everything together, not afraid to ask questions and just enjoying this process.
Kei'Trel, did you miss rookie minicamp?
Oh yeah, no doubt. At the end of the day, like I tell everybody, I was the first person in my family to graduate, so I felt like that was something that I had to go do. For my mother, for one, because that's what she needs. She was like, "You're gonna get that education. You're gonna graduate." So I wanted to be here. I told Coach JG, man, on my visit, I said I have to graduate. And rookie minicamp is during that time, and he was pretty supportive of that. And the whole staff and the club has been supportive of that, and I appreciate that.
What makes you think he was good with you going? That he was like, you got to go do that.
Yeah, man, that's when I knew that this was the place for me, because he was so understanding when it came to that, knowing that at the end of the day it is bigger than football. My diploma is going to last me for the rest of my life. And we all know that football has a time limit on it. We're not going to be, even if I played 10, 15 years, it's going to end at some point, but I will still have that degree at the end of the day, so I appreciated that.
Does Mom have a favorite moment, whether it's graduation day or draft day?
She, as she told me when we was at graduation, she just said things have been happening so back to back that she's in a high. Like, she's just enjoying every moment. At one point, she was enjoying me getting drafted, and then a week later, now I'm walking across the stage. So it's kind of like she didn't have a time to really sit and rejoice in the moment. But man, she texts me every day saying, "I miss my baby. I'm happy for you." But yeah, I'm just so happy to be able to make her happy and make her smile, and set the foundation for all of the little ones that's coming after me as well. And yeah.
Is that why it was so important for you? You're saying you're the first one in the family to graduate. Just what you're talking about now, just to set that standard.
Exactly. Every day I wake up, my goal is to be my best self and represent the name on my back. And that's Clark. So at the end of the day, I have two little brothers that's coming after me, and I got numerous of other little brothers that's in my hometown that look up to me, or just little kids around the world that may DM me in my DM saying, "Bro, I look up to you." So I just got to make sure that I'm letting them know, like, this is what you have to do to be a successful man. So I actually had somebody DM me, a little kid, he committed to actually Arizona State. And he DM'd me and asked me, he said, "Man, how you feel about me playing 3 years college ball and going to the league and not graduating and going back?" I said, "Absolutely not." I said, "You need to figure out a way that you can get your degree in 3 years, because you can do it, or you need to stay the whole 4 years to get that degree, because can't nobody take that from you."
So you talk about your mom having, it was a lot for her, and you graduating, being drafted. What's it like for you to have so many life-changing moments in kind of 2-3 weeks?
I'd say definitely, just like my mother, I was in the highs. Like, I felt when I was walking across the stage, I felt like I got drafted again, because it was just amazing. As I was driving in my car on the way to the graduation, I had a couple tears, man, because it's just like everything had kind of hit me. Like, man, this is really happening to you right now. Like, this is something that if you would have looked back 10, 11 years ago, you wouldn't have never thought about you would be in this moment right here. And it's just been amazing. So I kind of got my feet settled now. I'm kind of in the mode of I'm ready to go. I'm ready to play ball. Done with school. I don't have to worry about a piece of paper or turning an assignment in anymore. So now it's just all ball, and it's time to go.
How is it, though, the first taste of NFL practice? You're out there, no rookies, no rookie minicamp. You're facing Hollywood Brown and those guys.
Right, man. Every day I know that those guys are going to get me better. Just being around the vets and seeing how they communicate, Hollywood, going against all of those guys, they're talented. So I feel like every day is going to be 1% better. We iron sharpen iron every time.
You kind of predicted the conflict of graduation. Coach said that you had said in pre-draft that it was something
Right.
you were already looking forward to.
Right, sitting in his office, I told him, I said, man, I have to go graduate, and it all happened, man. It was amazing. You know, Coach JG, he played over at Louisville, and that was a great connection when it came to that as well. Man, this whole situation has just been unreal. Yeah.
What did you major in?
Communications.
And what specifically were you drawn to with that?
I don't know if y'all can tell, but I feel like I speak pretty well. So, man, just being able to pick up different ways to talk in different rooms. And one day I may further that, but right now we back to football. So.
Who's the ASU player?
His name is Tony Makumbo.
How many people did you have at graduation?
Say that again?
How many people did you have at graduation?
Did I have with my family? Probably about, they got in the Sprinter van about like 15 people.
I think Monty was talking about your draft party. What was that like?
Oh man, it was amazing. So I had it for the whole 3-day experience. The first round, it was kind of like, you know, you never know what'll happen. But you know, I had some little kids come from one of the teams that I played for in rec league. They came through, and I autographed some of their jerseys and took pictures with them and let them know like I was in your position at one point. Like just keep on going and motivating them a little bit, because that's a moment that they are never going to forget. We just did that, and we had a Madden tournament. The winner, won some money. It was one of my old high school coaches. He came in and dusted everybody. And, man, it was a good day. And then, day 2 was kind of like, we don't know if I may go, I may not. But, everybody was just overall supportive at the end of the day. And then, day 3 was like, it's go time. And, everybody showed up, and I got that call from the coaches. This cornerback group? I'll start with I just feel like everybody is pretty supportive of each other. The moment that I stepped in the room, I feel like, players like Marco and Hamilton and those guys, I feel like they've really been, helping us when it came to the development of, the playbook. Because all of us are pretty still learning this playbook as well, with a new staff. So I think everybody is competing to make each other better. And yeah.
Thank you, Kei'Trel.
Yes, sir. Thank you. God be blessed.
go today for you out there in first OTA, and how are things going?
Oh, it went pretty good. Right now we, working on more technique, assignment. It's a new playbook for everybody, so we all, taking time to learn the playbook, get things right. It was a hot day today, but we went out there and got some work. It was good.
Coach Gannon said he thinks most of the installs in already. They threw a lot of at you guys.
Absolutely.
Sifted through it all.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a professional job, so whatever we have to do to get ready, that's what we got to do. And it all starts now in this off season. So putting it to work in with those guys, having fun, and getting the playbook down would just help us, for the season.
How would you describe the offense?
I'm sorry.
Like when you looked at the playbook, when you looked at what you guys are doing, how would you describe the offense?
How would I describe it? I mean, we got a lot of chances for when I look at this offense, there was a lot of plays where this guy can make play or this guy can make a play. It's a lot of different options in a lot of plays. So, if you stick on one guy, we have another read on the backside that'll get it open. We got a lot of, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to say it without saying too much. But any similarities? Yeah. I mean, in Philly, we had a lot of, pass run option, a lot of RPOs too. We had a lot of options in plays for the quarterback. So it's pretty similar, the same kind of plays, just different names.
Zach, you talk to Cardinals?
Yeah, I see him every morning, getting himself together, getting right.
What do you think about him being on the field today?
I'm sorry?
What do you think about him being on the field today despite being injured?
Oh, it just shows that he cares. Cares about, us getting better as a team, learning the offense, and, those mental reps that he get as well, even though he can't physically be, part of it, but he can get those mental reps, and that just trickles down throughout the whole team.
What's after how it went for you personally in Philly last year? Are you anxious to come out and do some things on a personal level?
Absolutely. I mean, as long as it's helping the team win games and everything, I mean, I just came from playing in the Super Bowl, so that's where my mindset is at. So I'm coming in to help fill a role wherever they need me and do the best at that, so that we can be a better team, better team, and get to that Super Bowl again.
What was last season like for you overall? I mean, to go through all the great highs, then to have to crash kind of last second.
With Philly? Oh, it was pretty cool. We had a bunch of guys who loved working together, who liked getting better. I mean, over there it was more so we're communicating with the defense on what we could do on the offense better and vice versa. And then we take that out there and go on the field and just dominate. So I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it all starts in practice. It all starts in the offseason, because that was growing since the offseason last year in Philly. So, I mean, the guys here now, everybody's competitive, everybody's ready to work, everybody's ready to go. Just feel like we just got to learn, our playbooks, continue to grow, continue to get better.
How much did you interact with JG in Philly?
Oh, yeah. Even back in Indy, I don't know if y'all know, JG was in Indianapolis. I was in Indianapolis, too. And every time I see JG, it was always a competitive, conversation. So, he used to coach DBs. And I'm a receiver, we'll do one-on-ones, and he's right there. So, we'll always jaw at each other, or, team period, we'll jaw at each other. And it's a positive, conversation to where we trying to bring out the best in each other, whether it's his coaching, me talking trash, or whatever it is. So, I feel like it's a love relationship. So, I'm just happy to be here, with him and, get to work.
Is he a reason why you're here?
I'm sorry?
Is he a reason why you're here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, familiarity, I think that's how you say it, right? And I think he knows what I could bring to he knows what I bring to the table. And I love playing for my head coach, and he's one of the coaches I would definitely play for sure.
What's it like having a whole new coaching staff and new systems? What's that like for you?
I ain't gonna lie. I haven't had a whole new offense to learn since my first year playing. Even going from Indy going to Philly, it was the same place because the coach came from over there. But I wouldn't say it's different. Honestly, it's just different names. Everybody got the same plays in the league. It's just called differently, or formation's probably just different.
What do you like about your wide receiver room right now? And do you get a good sense of what it is with DeAndre not around and what it might be when DeAndre is around?
I would say, well, I've never met DeAndre. I don't know. I can't even comment on that. But I know the room right now. I mean, we got a lot of hungry guys and guys that want to perform, guys that want to go out there and make a lot of plays. So I feel like with a room like that, I mean, you can only get positive out of it. We compete, we hang out together, and we're growing closer as a wide receiver room. So I just feel like, with all that being said, like it's like the sky's the limit on where we could go in that room.
You're wearing 0. Is that something that just look cool, or is there anything behind the number?
I mean, I wouldn't say to look cool, but it's a new number, so I was like, okay, I'll try it. I'll go get that 0.
Last year, you were obviously part of one of the most talented teams in the NFL, and then this year, people are saying the Cardinals are among the least talented teams. Do you see a big difference in the roster? What's the biggest difference, I guess, in talent between the two teams?
All I could say right now is I've been the underdog. I've been the guy that, you don't have enough talent. So, like, when I hear people and they say, like, this team doesn't have enough talent, can't even say that, it's crazy. But we have to control what we can control, and that's put the work in so that, we can shut them doubters up or whoever's saying this stuff. Like, continue and control what we can do.
There's a lot of young guys out there on the field, and you see it as something important to you to kind of guide some of those guys and take them under your wing.
Absolutely. I mean, we're not in college no more. Where it's a professional business. So, like, just trying to be a leader by example. Not trying to, like, do too much, but, like, if I see somebody lacking, I feel like everybody in the room should say something, or, like, everybody pick each other. We all teach off each other, coach off each other, and we're all trying to help each other get better. So, it's a bunch of young guys, fast guys, talented guys. I mean, they out there. So as long as we get them to fit our culture, I think things will be straight.
You like the role that you think you're going to have here?
I don't know what role I'm going to have. I'm just ready for whatever.
Thanks, Zach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
So what's it been like now that you get some helmets on and do some of these things? I mean, I know you've been working with these guys for a while. Do you feel like it's kind of showing up like what you guys are going to be and how it's going to go?
Yeah, definitely today with the helmets on, you can kind of see the roles of leadership kind of step up. I think everybody out there today got really excited with the helmets on. I think we have a lot of things to clean up. But like I said, with those leadership roles stepping up, I don't think it'll be a problem at all. And you can kind of see just kind of how the direction the team's going in. And personally, I'm really excited about it.
They say a lot of players usually have a huge upside in year two. You got that 1 year out, learn a lot, and that's when you make a big jump. What are you expecting out of yourself this year?
Yeah, after going through my rookie year, I do know what to expect going into this, going into the league. So I think this year, with the time we had off, I took advantage of it. I got my weight up, my body fat down. I think I got faster, and I think I got stronger. So I'm really excited to see what I'm going to be able to do this year, and just key into the playbook and, just work with JG and the rest of the staff. And, yeah.
How's it been just getting to know the new staff after, coming in as a rookie, getting to that staff, and now you got a whole new one there?
Yeah, kind of the reset button a little bit, but I think it's been great. The phase of kind of trying to feel like the coaches out, the coaches kind of feel us, or it's still kind of going on a little bit, but I think everybody's starting to kind of figure each other out. And with that being said, things are starting to move along a lot faster. Everybody's starting to get a lot more comfortable, just in general. So, yeah, I think when we move into camp here, I think everybody's going to be pretty familiar with one another, and we're going to be ready to roll and play some football.
Are there any advantages to, I know you don't want anybody to get fired, obviously, but coming in on the ground floor with a new coaching staff and learning from the start, do you think that can help you personally?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Going from college to the NFL, there's a big jump, and when you get in there with the new staff, obviously they're going to have their philosophies. So being able to go through a whole year, learn a whole new whole staff's philosophies, and then going into year two and learning a whole new staff's philosophies, that's just a whole bunch of extra knowledge right there. So take kind of the best of both worlds from both and make it my own.
How much did you add in terms of weight this offseason?
So I originally got in here last year. I was sitting around 272. It was a little heavier than really what they would have liked. So I went ahead, jumped down to 255. Felt really good playing there. And then, like I said, this offseason has kind of gotten into the groove of things and, got the weight back up, but I did not lose or at least personally, I didn't feel like I lost an ounce of speed and gained a lot of strength from it. So
you were up 270?
Yes, sir.
Weird being out there without number 99 for the first time?
It was a lot different. Like I said, a lot of leadership roles have stepped up. Listening to JJ, he was definitely a big leader, and definitely somebody to kind of look up to and learn from. So definitely, I would say that, it would be a little bit of impact, but I think the other leaders have stepped up and done a phenomenal job. And yeah, honestly, his presence has been gone, but with the leaders that have stepped up, I haven't felt the dip off in leadership whatsoever. If anything, I'd say we've even gained leadership.
How valuable was that 1 year with Jay?
To be able to kind of watch just watch and see how a veteran that's done it at such a high level, just to see how he does it, is something I'm very thankful to had for year one.
Who are some of the leaders that have been stepping up?
I would got to say Josh Woods, absolutely Josh Woods. Dennis Gardeck from last year, just a leader all around. Some guy that just consistently does it right, and somebody that you just completely trust. Kei'Trel, I think, has done also a great job stepping up, and then Zaven Collins as well.
Is it up to you to continue Arm Barn Fridays?
Yeah, that one we're gonna have to keep the tradition alive. So definitely.
What did any advice Jay give you that you're going to keep close to you in your career?
Yeah, something that he taught me was just to be myself. When you get into the league, you kind of have all these different people trying to put expectations on you. It kind of put you to a player that they're trying to mold you into a player that they think you are. But I think at the end of the day, it's you out there playing football. Yeah, I definitely say I learned to be myself for him. And that's something I'm going to definitely keep.
We've seen Zaven work out with some of the pass rushers in kind of your position group. Has he been asking you any questions as far as what he should be doing, or are you guys just all learning together?
As of right now, honestly, everybody's just trying to just take that next step every single day. Let the coaches kind of sort kind of positions and stuff out like that.
What do you think of your group, specifically the edge guys?
Really excited. Seriously, really excited. It's a very similar group than we had last year, so the chemistry is 100% there. Obviously there's a new addition in BJ. So I think going forward, this group is going to be a really exciting group.
And what does Coach Rodriguez bring to the group?
Coach Rob, man, he definitely brings he definitely kind of brings in like the alpha dog kind of mentality. He came in, just asked us to give us give our attention to him and just trust in him. And I believe we've all been doing a good job with that. And yeah, I think Rob has done a great job.
What do you think of Jonathan Gannon as a coach?
I love his philosophies, just winning. That is the bottom line, is just winning.
Thanks for your time.
Yep.